Greenland, a massive icy landmass in the Arctic. It's the world's largest island, politically linked to Europe but geographically a part of North America. And yet, it's at the heart of a modern geopolitical tug-of-war. But why? What makes Greenland so important that the United States, Russia, and even China have their eyes on it? Let's dive in. Sovereignty of Greenland. Greenland is an autonomous territory under the Kingdom of Denmark. But wait, how autonomous is it really? It gained self-rule in 1979, and the 2009 Greenland Self-Government Act expanded its autonomy even further. Greenland can declare full independence if it chooses, but there's a catch. It's heavily dependent on Denmark's financial support, which makes up nearly half of its public revenue. With a population of just around 57,000, mostly Inuit people, Greenland is the least densely populated region in the world. But despite its low population, this icy land holds tremendous value. Geostrategic importance of the largest island. Here's where things get interesting. Greenland is home to the northernmost point of land in the world, Kafakluben Island. It sits at the crossroads of critical air and sea routes, making it a military and economic powerhouse. This narrow stretch of ocean is a naval choke point crucial for controlling access between the Arctic and the North Atlantic. During the Cold War, this area was a hotspot for monitoring Soviet submarines. Today, it remains just as important for NATO and the US military. And there's more. As climate change melts Arctic ice, new shipping routes are emerging. Greenland's location makes it an important player in future global trade. Think of it as the Panama Canal of the North. Did you know that the United States has been trying to get Greenland for over 150 years? That's right. As early as 1867, the US floated the idea of buying Greenland. In 1946, President Truman offered Denmark $100 million for it. More recently, President Trump made headlines in 2019 when he openly discussed purchasing Greenland. But why is the US so eager? For starters, the US already has a military presence in Greenland. The Pituffik Space Base in northern Greenland is a crucial part of America's missile defense and space surveillance network. But there's another reason countering China and Russia. In a recent visit, US Vice President J.D. Vance criticized Denmark for neglecting Greenland's security and argued that the US should take more control to prevent China and Russia from gaining influence. Trump himself has doubled down, saying that the US will go as far as necessary to secure Greenland's strategic value. So how did Greenland and Denmark respond? Not so well. Greenlandic leaders quickly united and sent a clear message: Greenland belongs to us and is not for sale. The Danish government also condemned the US approach, stating that Greenland's future should be decided by its people, not by foreign powers. Europe and Russia's perspective. Russia and the EU are also watching closely. Russia, which has been ramping up its Arctic military presence, sees US interest in Greenland as part of a broader power struggle. President Putin has stated that Russia will uphold Arctic agreements but remains wary of US ambitions. Meanwhile, the European Union supports Denmark's sovereignty over Greenland and calls for the Arctic to remain a region of low tension. What's next for Greenland? So what happens next? The renewed push for US influence in Greenland, especially under a second Trump administration, signals that this icy island will remain a geopolitical hotspot. Will Greenland ever declare full independence? Will the US find a way to establish more control? And how will China and Russia respond? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Greenland should remain with Denmark, become fully independent, or fall under US influence? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into global affairs.